Welcome to the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry's 83rd commencement ceremony honoring the class of 2016. I am Dr. Gary Jeffers, Director of Admissions and Associate Professor in the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery and Grand Marshal for today's ceremony. Before we begin the ceremony, I must respectfully ask everyone with a cell phone to please turn it off. In addition, would all non-university photographers and videographers please refrain from using the aisleways and the area in front of the stage out of consideration for fellow guests and the graduates' safety and well-being. Thank you for your cooperation. Will everyone please stand while the invocation is proffered by Sister Rosita Schiller. Please remain standing after the invocation for the singing of the anthems, the lyrics of which appear in your programs. Sunghan and Human Salahi will lead the singing of the anthems.
Let each of us center ourselves, coming to our God in prayer. Gracious God, giver of all knowledge and understanding, with happy hearts and humble spirits, we invite you to bring your divine presence at this graduation ceremony. Be with our graduates and those here to celebrate with them. God, who watches over every pathway, today we mark the end of one journey and the beginning of another. Looking back with these graduates, we cherish the many gifts they have received, the lessons learned, mastery of knowledge they will need for success in their professional lives, the guidance of professors, the warmth of friendships, the understanding of love and families, and the inspiration of those whose lives they have touched throughout their college careers. As they look ahead, and we look ahead with them, help them to take the fruits of their education and share them with the world. In the traditions of Detroit Mercy as a university that is Catholic, Jesuit, Mercy, urban, and student-centered, help them to serve their communities and strive for justice. Reach out with compassion toward those on the margins of society, and ensure the rights of all people in all places. As we honor these graduates and celebrate their accomplishments, we give thanks for your enduring love, constant protection, guidance, and inspiration. May all of us praise and glorify your name, O God, always and forever. Amen. Amen.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight light's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
You may be seated. It is my privilege to present to you our platform party, beginning with the front row to my far right, your left, are Dr. Timothy Saunders, Assistant Dean of Clinic Administration, Dr. Elmer Nunes, Interim Assistant Dean of Academic Administration, Mr. Brian Cloyd, Member of the Board of Trustees, Sister Rosita Schiller, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, Professor Pamela Zakowski, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Antoine Garibaldi, President of the University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Mert Aksu, Dean of the School of Dentistry, Dr. Marko Vujicic, Chief Economist and Vice President of the Health Policy Institute at the American Dental Association and keynote speaker, Dr. Theodore Degenhardt III, President of the School of Dentistry Alumni Association, Dr. Michelle Tulat-Gorecki, President-elect of the Michigan Dental Association, and Ms. Allison Rastari, President of the Michigan Dental Hygienists Association. Seated in the back row to my immediate right are Dr. Carl Stone, Associate Professor in the Department of Restorative Dentistry, Dr. Ibrahim Zachary, Associate Professor in the Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Dr. Gary Kulek, Dean of the College of Engineering and Science, Father John Staudenmeyer, Assistant to the President for Mission and Identity, Dr. Monica Barber, University Secretary and Senior Attorney, Ms. Juliette Daniels, Assistant Dean of Student Services and Enrollment Management, School of Dentistry, Dr. Michelle Weeder, Assistant Dean of Research and Scholarly Achievement, School of Dentistry, Professor Kathy Shepard, Assistant Dean of Educational Development and Assessment, School of Dentistry, Ms. Jennifer Dean, Dean of Libraries and Instructional Design Studio, Ms. Deborah Stiefel, Vice President of Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Professor Maureen Van Hook, Director of the Division of Dental Hygiene, and Ms. Janice Flores Davies, Adjunct Instructor in the Department of Periodontology and Dental Hygiene. Dean Aksu will now deliver the opening remarks. Dean Aksu.
Well, good morning, everybody. President Garibaldi, Associate Vice President Provost Zarkowski, and dignitaries, Dr. Vujicic, honored guests, faculty, and friends, let me begin by offering my heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2016. Over the years that you've been here, I've had the great honor to have worked with you and seen you walk through the halls. And as I thought about what I was going to say to here, I always figure out a few themes that resonate in my head. For the dental students, I remember giving them their first dollar when they were here during orientation week. Remembered talking to them about the value of education and what the diploma meant when it hung on their wall. After thinking about the graduations, it's not so much what I say here today, it's how you feel when I'm done talking. For many of you, the journey here began many, many years ago, when that thought of what you wanted to be came in your mind. You said, I wanted to be a dentist or a dental hygienist. That was a dream you had, and you lived the dream to get you here today. As I've said in more than one occasion, your experiences here at UDM have left you with not only indelible memories and experiences, but the experiences have certainly also made you have friendships and relationships that will endure the rest of your lives. You spent a long, hard time getting here. But this is not the end. It's merely the beginning of yet another chapter. For I expect to see more great things from you. Take a moment to reflect on all those people who helped you get where you are here today. Who might they be? Certainly the obvious people are those professors who perhaps helped you with that first procedure, held your hand during that first injection, helped you take that first impression, taught you how to hold that scaler. These men and women are more than just teachers and skilled practitioners. They're part of you. They've become part of who you are. They've given you the tools and the sense to become a leader in your profession. We also need to take a moment to remember your classmates, the people who you put your head on their shoulder, the people who shared a piece of bread, the people who were here to hear you cry and here to hear you laugh. These relationships will continue on. We also need to remember your parents, friends, family members, significant others, those people who were in the background but today deserve to be in the foreground as well. You each have your own unique stories about how these people helped you get where you are here today. And I want you to take a moment to thank them all today. Please stand up and thank those who helped you. Take a wave. When I had a chance to talk to those dental students in orientation, I talked about the symbols that were important to your success. Remember, we talked about the white coat, the diploma. We talked about you walking on the shoulders of those people who passed before you. Well, today, you become a person whose others will stand on your shoulders. You have prepared to not only carry your own weight, but help others come behind you. Remember this moment. You have an obligation to do what others have done for you to get you where you are today and bring others forward as well. As you move forward, remember to have the courage to see and speak the truth, the courage to be a champion for what you believe in, and the courage to persevere. We each have our own goals, but it's important to have others to share them with. Don't go it alone. As this day moves forward, graduation is just a symbol. It's part of the growth of where you got here today. You are forever a family member of this school. Your profession defines who you are. The people you touch will be benefited by your care, kindness, consideration, and the knowledge you have learned. Commencement is about many things. It is about the past, about the celebration of the present, and it's about the future. Today, you will walk out of these doors as dental professionals, but don't let it end there. Keep dreaming, find your next goal, and make us proud. There's a time where you will all walk away from the drama and the people who've created it. Surround yourself with the people who make you laugh. Forget those who make you feel bad and focus on the good. Love the people who treat you right. Pray for those who don't. Life is too short to be anything but happy. While falling down is a part of life, getting up is part of living. Thank you for having the opportunity to have you here with us today and for having me be part of your lives as well. Good luck, keep in touch, and I hope our paths cross again throughout your lives. It is now my privilege to present to you the President of the University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Antoine Garibaldi. President Garibaldi.
Thank you, Dean Aksu. University of Detroit Mercy Board Vice Chair, Sister Rosita Schiller, Trustee Brian Cloyd, our speaker, Dr. Vujicic, faculty, staff, and students of the UDM School of Dentistry, parents, spouses, relatives, and friends of the graduates, and most especially the 2016 graduating class of the School of Dentistry. Welcome to our commencement ceremony, and congratulations, graduates. All 198 of you who will be receiving your professional, postgraduate, and undergraduate degrees in the field of dentistry. You will soon join the ranks of thousands of distinguished School of Dentistry alumni, and we are confident that you will bring distinction to the university because of your future success in the dental profession. Let me begin, though, my remarks by sharing a few interesting facts about your class with your family and friends who are here this morning. First, your class of 152 Doctor of Dental Surgery graduates is the largest DDS class in the history of the school and the university. In fact, it is more than 12 times the size of the first class of 12 DDS graduates in 1935. Additionally, our 30 dental hygiene graduates will be receiving their bachelor's degrees. 11 graduates are receiving a certificate and master's degrees in the specialty areas of endodontics, orthodontics, and periodontics. And 5 graduates are receiving a certificate in advanced education in general dentistry. Secondly, your class is almost evenly balanced by gender. Women comprise 51% of the class and men 49%. And third, the average age of your class is 23, with 76% of the graduates 29 years or younger, and the other 24% of this class are between the ages of 30 and 50. And fourth, your class of 198 came to the School of Dentistry from 65 different colleges and universities in Michigan, 12 other states, and 2 countries. 127 of you, or 64% of you, graduated from 21 different Michigan colleges and universities. 51 of you graduated from 32 colleges and universities in 12 states other than Michigan. And the remaining 20, or 10% of your class, graduated from 12 different institutions in 2 countries, with the majority of the students graduating from 11 Canadian institutions of higher education. Those diverse similarities and differences with respect to age, gender, your undergraduate institutions, and your varied national backgrounds will help you more ways than you can imagine as you begin or continue your dental careers. And I hope that the friendships and professional relationships that you've developed will keep you connected for many decades. As you receive your degrees today, please remember and reflect on these two simple but powerful phrases. Be thankful and be generous. Be thankful and be generous. Be thankful for everything your relatives and friends have done for you. And remember that your dream today might not have been possible if it had not been for your family members' sacrifices. It's understandable that you would think that today is all about you because you are the graduate. But in reality, today's ceremony is even more special for your parents, your spouses, your siblings, and other proud relatives who are enjoying this day even more than you. Thank them all, your sisters and brothers, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and many friends for their support over the years and also their constant encouragement while you were a student. And of course, thank your UDM professors and the staff of the School of Dentistry who have prepared you to think and make good judgments. Make your list of people to thank and personally express your appreciation to them. Remember also to be generous. Be generous with your time and your volunteer service, just as you have been with your local and national service activities while you were a student here at the university. You have provided dental assistance to more than 26,000 patients annually at the School of Dentistry's 2 clinics and mobile programs. Also, Titans for Teeth and Seal a Smile. And you've designed mouth guards for middle school students, provided oral health care and education and dental services through events like Give Kids a Smile and Team Smile, and delivered services to children, adolescents, adults, and geriatric patients in underserved areas through outreach initiatives in Detroit and the southeastern Michigan area. Continue to serve in your communities while you are practicing. And as you are expressing your thankfulness and generosity, remember also to give back to your alma mater and also to our founders, the Jesuits and the Sisters of Mercy. Through their religious orders, vision, and commitment to higher education in Detroit 139 years ago and 75 years ago, respectively, professionals like you would not have had the opportunity to lead and serve in your own distinctive ways. Give back generously so others will follow in your footsteps. So now that you have obtained this excellent academic and spiritual foundation, become an active member of our more than 87,000 alumni and use the values and skills that you have learned to make a difference in this nation and the world. Congratulations and much success, graduates, and may God's blessings be with you and your families always. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Garibaldi. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Marko Vujicic. Dr. Marko Vujicic is Chief Economist and Vice President, Health Policy Institute at the American Dental Association, where he is responsible for overseeing all of the association's policy research activities. Prior to joining the American Dental Association, he was Senior Economist with the World Bank in Washington, D.C., where he directed the Global Health Workforce Policy Program. He was also a health economist with the World Health Organization in Geneva, Switzerland. Dr. Vujicic is the lead author of the book Working in Health and has written several book chapters on various health policy issues. He has published extensively in peer-reviewed journals such as Health Affairs, the New England Journal of Medicine, Health Services Research, Health Policy and Planning, Social Science and Medicine, and Applied Health Economics and Health Policy. He has worked on broad health care reform issues in Africa, East Asia, the Caribbean, and Eastern Europe. He is a visiting assistant professor at Tufts University in Boston. Dr. Vujicic obtained his PhD in economics from the University of British Columbia and a bachelor's degree in business from McGill University in Montreal. Dr. Vujicic.
Thank you, Dr. Jeffers, and good morning, and you made it. Congratulations. It is a real honor for me to be here today, and I'd just like to thank President Garibaldi, Dean Aksu, trustees, faculty for inviting me here, and most of all to you for letting me spend some time with you on this very special day, to all the graduates. And also to the moms and dads and loved ones in the back. This is a day of celebration for you as well. So congratulations. I have to first start with an important disclaimer. I'm not a dentist. I'm not a hygienist. I'm not a clinician. I have no clinical skills. As you heard, I'm an economist. I work in numbers and data and equations and regressions. So I'm going to try to be brief today. You know the difference between economists and accountants? Is that accountants know they're boring, right? I know it takes a little while. So I just want to do one thing with you today, and one thing only. And that's to share some thoughts with you about why I think this is an amazing time to be starting a career in oral health. A singular, unique moment in the last 100 years where absolutely amazing opportunities are opening up for oral health professionals. Right? I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to do it by tapping into the wisdom of two of my heroes. Wayne Gretzky and Bruce Springsteen. So I grew up a few hours up the road from here in Toronto. I don't know where my Canadians in the house. Yes, good on you. All right. And one of my boyhood sporting heroes was Wayne Gretzky, who, as you all should know, if you don't, is the greatest hockey player of all time. Right? And one of his quotes was, "I always try to skate to where the puck is going to be and not where it is." So let's talk a little bit about the future of healthcare and dental care in the US and Canada. I want to say very convincingly to you that we're on the cusp of transformational change in the healthcare system and in the dental care system in the US. There are some important changes happening that are going to bite during your career spans, the next 20, 30 years, that dentists and hygienists today who are in the late stages of the career aren't going to have to deal with. But you are, and there's some incredibly exciting things. So, for example, there's going to be a lot more consumerism in the dental care market. There's going to be a lot more emphasis on quality and outcomes and value. For example, 50% of millennials today go online and look at scorecards and price information and quality information before they even phone healthcare providers. That's just a new reality. And I think one of the most exciting things that's going to happen is a lot more collaboration between different types of healthcare providers. And I think this transformation is going to give you opportunities that today's generation of dentists and hygienists didn't have. The medical world and health policy folks and health economists like me are starting to realize some really important facts that you probably already know. That you can't be healthy without good oral health. Right? That a lot of conditions like diabetes and other chronic conditions are tied to the condition of the mouth. And lo and behold, people are actually understanding that the mouth is connected to the body. Right? And so you're going to have tremendous new opportunities to collaborate with different healthcare professionals, primary care physicians, outreach workers, etc., and really start to leverage the skills you have today, not just to improve people's oral health, but to improve their whole body health. And I think that is something that is so special that's going to be in your career spans that, frankly, we've never seen in the last 100 years in the dental care system in the US. So with big changes come big opportunities. And A lot of times you can look at this and say, these are some pretty big challenges. Things may not be like they are today. But as you know, big change brings big opportunities. Right? And I think you are the generation, you, sitting in this room, and others like you graduating from dental schools across the country, you are the generation that must lead this change. And it's on you, and that is a big responsibility. And I'm convinced that you're going to transform the dental profession for the next 100 years. And we can dream big. Which brings us to Bruce Springsteen, right? So I'm a huge fan. I saw Bruce Springsteen for the first time. I was 10 years old. My brother and sister convinced my parents to let me go to a concert. I couldn't hear for 2 days, but it was awesome. And I've been a lifelong fan. But Bruce Springsteen's music is about judging the distance between the American dream and the American reality. Right? And it's important as you go through life to periodically step back and do that. And to do that as a country, and to do that individually in both your professional and personal lives. And if there's one piece of wisdom I can share with you that I've learned through my career and my life, is that the space between those goals and ambitions and dreams of yours and the reality you're living with today, that space is filled with action and work. Getting up, putting the time in, sweating, and doing the work. And if you've ever seen a Bruce Springsteen show, you know that that guy empties the tank night after night after night. Right? And so it's really important to dream big, but it's really important to wake up every day and work. And the last thing about work and effort is, kind of my last big takeaway from my professional life is, you know, we can't all invent the iPhone and the next vaccine and stuff like that. The type of change we're talking about that you're going to be leading in the next generation in oral health care, at the end of the day, that happens in small, marginal increments, and there's nothing wrong with that. We can dream big, but day to day is how you make that progress. In small, little increments, changes on the margin, and those start to add up after a career span to something pretty big. And that's really, really special. And so I want to just end by saying that you are all going to go into careers where literally day to day you are changing people's lives. I told you at the beginning, I'm not a clinician, but I am a patient. And I can tell you that my dentist today in my life is my most important healthcare provider and his hygienist team. I'll say that again. My dental team is the most important healthcare provider group in my life today, right? And so literally with your hands, your hearts, and your minds, every day you're going to be changing people's lives. But I want to challenge you to think bigger and to think collectively about leading the dental profession into this new era. And looking at these opportunities and these changes that are coming about as something extremely special that you, collectively as the next generation of oral health care providers, are uniquely positioned to take advantage of. So I want to wish you the best of luck as you embark on your new careers and your new lives. And if I can tell you two things, it's skate to where the puck's going and empty the tank. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vujicic. I would like to introduce Ms. Taylor Householder, President of the Dental Hygiene Class of 2016, who will speak on behalf of the graduating dental hygiene students. Ms. Householder.
Good morning, friends, family, peers, faculty, and distinguished guests, Dr. Vujicic, Dean Aksu, and President Garibaldi. We're finally here. Today we celebrate not only the graduates in front of you, but each and every one in attendance who helped us get to where we are today. It has been a long road for many of us, one of which has come with its struggles, sacrifices, and achievements. The long days, sleepless nights, and cups of coffee consumed all seem to be worth it now that we're here today. With this chapter coming to a close, we are able to look back and realize the significance of our achievement. Today we can say that we are graduates of one of the best and most highly regarded dental and dental hygiene schools in the country. I would like to take a moment to reflect on how the field of dentistry managed to capture my heart at a very young age. Starting early on in elementary school, I had my permanent teeth come in and developed only a single tooth in the correct location. This obviously made me very sensitive about my smile and the appearance of my teeth. Thankfully, I was blessed to have been able to go through orthodontic treatment, which contributed to my interest in the field of dentistry. Being able to experience firsthand what an impact dentistry could make on one's life, on my life, gave me the aspiration to make this my career one day. It was from this point, at the mere age of 13 years old, that I fell in love with the field of dentistry. I committed myself to help give others the confidence and positive impact on their dental health that was so graciously bestowed upon me. I am immensely proud to say that today I have accomplished that dream. This passion and dedication I gained over a decade ago is something that is shared by each and every one of the dental and dental hygiene students before you. They are all passionate about dental health and share my love for the field of dentistry and making others experience just what an impact that proper dental health can have on one's overall well-being. While growing up and making this realization about my future, my parents and grandparents had influenced me greatly. This makes this achievement so very special to share with them today. Seeing the hard work that it took for them to get my family and I to this point made a deep impact on me. They have sacrificed so much in their lives, and I have always looked forward to today. The day when I could stand here and make them proud. The day when they can finally breathe with a sigh of relief that all of those sacrifices and struggles were worth it. This goes especially for my mother and my grandmother, of whom have always been my biggest role models throughout my life. I have always aspired to be even half of the woman that these two pillars of strength have exemplified. My family as a whole has had such a profound impact on the woman and the dental hygienist that I am today. It is my hope that I have honored them and made them proud as their first college graduate. The love and support of our family and friends has been vital to molding us into the practitioners that we are today. Without their love, encouragement, and selflessness, we would not be such wonderful clinicians, advocates, and educators to our patients. I would also be remiss not to mention just how heavy of an influence that our faculty has had on us throughout this journey. Thank you all for giving us every ounce of knowledge and support that you possibly could. Without your tutelage, none of this could have been possible. You have all inspired, pushed, and molded us into the graduates that we have become. You are the reason that we are here today and will be the best dentists and dental hygienists that we could possibly be. Finally, I know that personally I would not be standing here today without my classmates. I've spent more time with you over the past 2 years than I have my own family. We have all grown to love each other and have a bond that no one else could quite understand. I feel like it was just yesterday when we were in pre-clinic, bawling our eyes out because we had to remediate instrumentation, and all of us wanted to quit. We all thought that we should have been pros the first time around because, let's face it, why wouldn't we be? Lest we forget the day-long lectures followed by the all-night study sessions while we wondered if we were ever going to be able to make sense of pharmacology, physiology, and dental anatomy. As classmates, we supported one another, each playing our own role to keep each other sane. We had our comedians, our motherly figures, our gentlemen, and every other character in between who contributed to keeping us going. It has been a privilege and an honor representing each of you as your class president over the past 2 years. Thank you to every one of my officers and classmates whose leadership and assistance throughout our time together has been invaluable. Ladies and gentlemen, today may be the end of our journey together as classmates, but we are all moving on to the next chapter in our lives. Knowing that we will share this bond forever, thank you all for the unforgettable memories and encouraging words of actions along the way. I wish nothing but the best for you and your future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2016. I know that you will do great things with each of your lives.
Mr. Matthew Love, President of the Dental Class of 2016, and Ms. Erin Huber, Vice President of the Dental Class of 2016, will now speak on behalf of the graduating Doctor of Dental Surgery students. Mr. Love and Ms. Huber.
Family, friends, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and Dr. Vujesic, we would first like to thank you for being here with us as we celebrate this incredible milestone in our lives. I'm Erin Huber, the class vice president.
And I'm Matthew Love, class president. At our last speech nearly 4 years ago, Erin and I stood in front of our class individually and spoke about our expectations and tenure here at UDM.
And now Matt and I are in front of you yet again, this time standing side by side, a perfect representation of what we've become, a unified class.
With the largest dental school class to graduate from the University of Detroit Mercy, we faced our fair share of hardships. Yes, there were complications with the expanded class size, but it was never limited to that alone. There are those of us who've lost loved ones, gained family members, and suffered significant health issues. These students are still here today, ready to walk across this stage proudly.
During these tough times, our class rallied around these individuals to support them in their time of need, and that is what the class of 2016 is all about.
Support, camaraderie, and perseverance.
Class of 2016, as Matt and I stand here looking out on all of you, we're left with a sense of pride. Pride in what you've overcome, and pride in what you've accomplished.
Today marks the end of our 4-year journey. Many of us will head out into private practice. Others will continue their dental education in a myriad of specialty programs.
However, unlike our first days of school, we will no longer be on our own. We may have earned a unique training, but perhaps, arguably, the best gift we've been given in these 4 years are our lifelong relationships.
And as we press forward with our lives, let us not forget about the people who've gotten us where we are today.
The faculty who instructed us, our family who supported us, our friends who've been there every day for 4 years.
Before we leave you, Erin and I would just like to say thank you for all the wonderful times. We've been honored to call ourselves your officers, and we hope that we made as big an impact on your lives as you've had on ours. You're truly miraculous people, and dentists we will never forget.
Now it's time the family and friends meet the other 142 students graduating here today. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the class of 2016.
Some of us have had our first, and some our last.
My family has grown larger. I met my best friends. Aww. I'm getting the love of my life. I met my first child.
For the first time, I truly learned.
What is too strong?
Determined. Independent. Focused.
Sure, we've had ups and downs. It's been a crazy roller coaster, right?
There was a moment along the way.
But the most important thing
is that it's not together. As a family, that's who you are.
is you are the family.
You don't believe it? You're watching it happen. Right.
I will always cherish the ones
But I spent here at Union.
the ones that I made who were there.
When I did that. The administrators who heard everything I had to say. Okay. Talk me to the best that we're talking patience. Lots of patience. To put people's needs before mine. For this, I thank you.
Thank you for believing in us.
For making the hard decision. Number one.
Today, I walk away.
If I had held that, that would not be. And he could change people's lives.
See, that's not
To be the difference. To help people. Smile. What else can I ask for?
as I walk across the
Stage today. And it's like everybody in home. People that come to my person are dads. Probably mom and dad.
I hope that makes you proud.
I want to be here to stay.
Without the love and support,
Without your hands.
you stood by my side.
Grow up tough side. So I dedicate this moment to you.
To my siblings.
And I dedicate this moment to
To my fiance.
I dedicate this moment to my kids. And my niece and my union family.
To those of you who made
Dental school, fun, easy, unreal. To my friends.
help us learn your life.
Don't be ashamed.
That comes only good for you. Just like you were there for me.
I only need more time. I don't know you're watching this.
And 20 years from now,
You remember the memories we had.
referencing you guys,
Why not here we guys? Launch right. Glorious launches. And then you keep me safe. You love me good.
where you may have been around.
Because of you.
The past 4 years were amazing.
Simply the best 4 years of my life.
The friendships we made will last the lifetime. I will miss you guys. I will miss everyone.
So here we go. On to the next chapter.
We're officially dented.
Wait, I still have requirements.
Doctors and dentists. I am not that.
Watch out, world.
Here's to us.
To the sides.
The best class ever. Class of 2015, class of 2016.
Class of 2016. I was great.
Now the point you've all been waiting for. The candidates who have completed requirements for degrees and certificates will now be presented by the Dean of the School of Dentistry. The degrees and certificates will be awarded by Dr. Antoine Garibaldi, President of the University of Detroit Mercy. Will the dental hygiene candidates for degrees please rise? The candidates will be presented by Dean Aksu. Dean Aksu.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the faculty of the Dental Hygiene Program, I present these candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Dental Hygiene and respectfully recommend that such degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, the Master of Science degree, and the certificates in advanced education in general dentistry, endodontics, orthodontics, and periodontics please rise? The candidates will be presented by Dean Aksu. Dean Aksu.
President Garibaldi, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Dentistry, I present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, Master of Science degree, and the certificates in advanced education of general dentistry, endodontics, orthodontics, periodontics, and respectfully recommend that such degrees and certificates be conferred upon them.
All graduates, please rise.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degrees and certificates for which you have been recommended, and pronounce you sons and daughters of University of Detroit Mercy forever. Congratulations.
Graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Please be seated. Will the graduates from the dental hygiene program please rise and come forward when directed to do so by the deputy marshals?
Tara Artinian. Taylor Marie Davidson. Alicia Leah Doyle is being pinned by her aunt, Miss Katrina Brewig. Saveo Coolidge Edwards. Cristela Yvonne Falcone. Christine Julette Halak. Taylor Michelle Householder. Miriam Mason Kito. Erica Lynn Lewandowski. Yu Chong Lin. Jessica Ann Lauren. Grace Elizabeth Mandrager. Chloe Aguelo Manuel. Haley Frances Marchwinski. Rachel N. Miller. Veronica Hanny Nafso. Megan Patlow. Tanise Carolyn Roberts. Maria Alessandra Rotundo. Kristen Marie Simons. Megan Marine Smarecki. Haley Elizabeth Stratton. Sumit Sidhu. Diana Sufai. Brittany Nicole Weber. Latoria Janie Wilkerson. Alexandra Willes. Terlicia Lynn Winston, who's being pinned by her godmother, Miss Betty Tanner. Christina Galia Youssef, who's being pinned by her godmother, Dr. Linda Kizzy. And that concludes the dental hygiene graduates. Congratulations.
Will the graduates from the Doctor of Dental Surgery program please rise and come forward when directed to do so by the deputy marshals?
Presenting the candidates for Doctor of Dental Surgery, starting with Dr. Fadi Nail Abshara. Dr. Joelle Abed Alahad is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Irwin Silverstein. Dr. Adele Aburaj. Dr. Ade Kunle Ajayi. Dr. Remy Ajluni, who's being hooded by his uncle, Dr. Larry Deep. Dr. Dalia Al-Afi. He's being hooded by her husband, Dr. Mohammed Mansour. Dr. Mustafa Mir Ali. Dr. Jose Luis Amador is being hooded by his brother, Dr. David Amador and Dr. Zachary. Dr. Camilo Arguello, who's being hooded by his father, Dr. Marcio Arguello. Dr. Nicholas Tyler Barbone. Dr. Hassan Bazi. Dr. Matthew Michael Benoit. Dr. Jeremy Berryhill. Dr. Daniel Robert Blazo. Dr. Bianca Toma Boji. Dr. Hunter Boss. Dr. Amal Ali Boumelham. Dr. Jacob M. Bourget. Dr. Anthony Alexander Boza. Dr. Stephanie Allison Boyle. Dr. Daniel Brisky is being hooded by his father, Dr. Daniel Brisky. Dr. Stephen Michael Bryson. Dr. Vishnu Burla. Dr. Daniel Alejandro Cabrera, who's being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Erwin Silverstein. Dr. Ning Chang. Dr. Tanya Danitza Chauvin. Dr. Yuri Cherstillo. Dr. Keaton Douglas Colville. Dr. Melissa Renee Conley. Dr. Ashley Renee D'Agostini, who's being hooded by her mentor, Dr. William Demry. Dr. Monica Ann D'Agostini, who's being hooded by her sister, Dr. Justina Lapolis. Dr. Stephen Dapos. Dr. Stephanie Michelle Dater is being hooded by her father, Dr. Stephen Dater. Dr. Sonal Christina Diora, who's being hooded by her sister, Dr. Mira Diora. Dr. Jeffrey Waldemar Easton II. Dr. Marzia Ekbatani is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Efat Khatahani Kamana. Dr. Scott Elsey. Dr. Carolyn Iskender is being hooded by her sister, Dr. Christine Iskender. Dr. Jonathan Andrew Falvo. Dr. Adoni Farah is being hooded by his mentor, Dr. N. Kwan Nguyen. Dr. Aliriza Farhunde. Dr. Richard Francis Frenchie is being hooded by his father, Dr. Mark Edward Frenchie. Dr. Natalie J. Furr. Dr. Eric Javier Garcia Aranguren. Dr. Eric Todd Geerlings.
Nicholas Thomas Golba.
Dr. Nicholas Thomas Golba. Wardrobe malfunction. Dr. Frida Goldsman. Dr. Daniel Gould. Dr. Robert Guanci. Dr. Sharnia Camille Hall. Dr. Sung Yong Han, who's being hooded by his father, Dr. Sung Yik Hang. Dr. Adam Hassan.
How are you?
Dr. Lauren Elizabeth Hawkins. Dr. Andrea Sophia Hislop. Dr. Alexander Thomas Hozel. Dr. Erin Michelle Huber is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Shauna McEtrick. Dr. Moon Sung Jason Huang. Dr. Harmon Jesser. Dr. Alva Jin. Dr. Daniel Paul Joldersma. Dr. Kyle Michael Junga. Dr. Kaylee Grace Camp-Heiss. Dr. Trevor Kay. Dr. Megan Kathleen Kemick is being hooded by her father, Dr. Kevin Jude Rourke.
Long time no see. I'll be back again, don't worry.
Master's degree?
Well, pop it again. Okay, what can I say?
Dr. Elizabeth Ellen Kerr is being hooded by her fiancé, Dr. David Amador. Dr. Nicholas M. Kizzy is being hooded by his cousin, Dr. Mason Kizzy. Dr. Florence Seaway Coloco. Dr. Susan I. Koo is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Erwin Silverstein. Dr. Pavan Kumar. Dr. Princey Susan Kuriakos. Michelle Teresa. Dr. Michelle Teresa Kuznia is being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Elizabeth Ioka. Dr. Hun San Lim. Dr. Matthew Jacob Love. Therese, right? Dr. Mallory Therese Lucas. Dr. Sabrina Ma. Dr. Bryn Lamont McMillan is being hooded by his godfather, Dr. Paul McDougall. Dr. Noor Majoub. Dr. Wasim Maki. Dr. Michelle Malouf. Dr. Samneet Kaur Mangat. Dr. Louison Leonard Manningham, Jr. Dr. Andrew Murphy.
Dr. Michael Christopher Machine.
Dr. Michael Christopher Machini. Dr. Gurpreet S. Minhas. Dr. Andrew Golden Mintzer. Dr. Amar Harish Mistry. Dr. Andrew Emmanuel Namru. Dr. Christopher Nealis.
You again.
Yeah.
Dr. Waihong Michelle Wynn, who's being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Erwin Silverstein.
Nam Michelle T. Jun Win.
Dr. Nam Michelle T. Jun Win. Dr. Marcel J. Oro. Dr. Esmeralda Paluca, who's being hooded by her mentor, Dr. Robert Cosgrove, and faculty member, Dr. Joel Grand. Dr. Jin S. Park. Dr. Nicholas Parquet. Dr. Devesh Patel. Dr. Pooja Mahendra Kumar Patel. Dr. David Michael Postumus is being hooded by his father, Dr. Mark Postumus. Dr. Eric Scott Prinz is being hooded by his grandfather, Dr. Raymond Prinz, Jr. Dr. Ramin Rajahi.
Jessica Justin Ray.
Dr. Jessica Justin Ray. Dr. Michaela Dawn Reed. Dr. Eric Dorian Ream. Dr. Henan Kesbor Rizk. Dr. Jordan Michael Rosenbrook. Dr. Aida Maratovna Rosenthal. Dr. Safa Nasser Saeed. Dr. Humam Salahia. Dr. Baxinder K. Samro. Dr. Nicholas Gerard Shesnick is being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Peter Carlin. Dr. Brian Richard Schmitz. Dr. Rami Sharuri. Dr. James Anthony Singer.
Robin Mohammadali.
Dr. Robin G. Mohammadali. Dr. Allison Rayon Smith is being hooded by her father, Dr. Michael Smith. Dr. Samantha Marie Southwell. Dr. Scott Patrick Stinnett. Dr. Jane Cecilia Somerset is being hooded by her father, Dr. Mark Somerset. Dr. Jacob Szymanski. Dr. Fatima A. Tahar. Dr. Bethany Noel Taylor. Dr. Jessica Tendero is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Myra Bedencourt, and her sister, Dr. Eileen Tendero. Dr. Christina Lynn Thalen. Dr. Morgan Alexandra Thalen. Dr. Shane Matthew Thomas is being hooded by his sister-in-law, Dr. Susan Thomas. Dr. Venancio Villarreal III. Dr. Venancio Villarreal Torres III. Dr. Jeffrey Allen Trelevin. Dr. Lee Julie Van is being hooded by her sister, Dr. Kim Van. Dr. Joseph Edward Van Fletteren, Jr. Dr. Blair Allen White. Dr. Nicholas Preston White. Dr. James Joseph Williams III. Dr. Anthony Joseph Yaldo. Dr. Yasufumi Yamazaki is being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Kimberly Rice. Dr. Rinoa Jungsun Yoon. Dr. Sejong Yoon is being hooded by his wife, Dr. Gina Kang. Dr. Marco Kamal Yusuf is being hooded by his mentor, Dr. Tiffany Danielle. Dr. Zara Raza Zaid. Dr. Lauren Christine Zanstra. Dr. Wendy Ju.
Joseph Zelinsky. All right, good.
Dr. Matthew Joseph Zelinsky. And from the Accelerated Dental Program, Dr. Ashwini Bhave, who will be hooded by Dr. Dinser Gurun, the chairman of the Restorative Department. Dr. Tarinder Kaur Chahal, being hooded by Dr. John Palanci. Dr. Muhammad Saiful Islam, who will also be hooded by Dr. John Palanci. Dr. Hei Kong Kang, who will also be hooded by Dr. John Palanci. Dr. Prashant Harshad Parekh. Shrujal Jayanti Bai Patel, Dr. Shrujal Jayanti Patel. And that concludes the Doctor of Dental Surgery candidates. Congratulations. Will the graduates from the Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, and Periodontics programs of the School of Dentistry please rise and come forward? From the Advanced Education in General Dentistry program, Dr. Andrew Naja Atisha. Dr. Ashley Elizabeth Burke. Dr. Apiksha Jain. Dr. Savannah L. Mortensen. Dr. Artisha LaMichelle Porter. Dr. Dominic Gregory Kalick from the Graduate Endodontics program. Dr. Amandeep Dosanjh. Dr. Humza Osman Mir. Dr. Archana Dawan from the Graduate Orthodontics Program. Dr. Grigory Efros. Dr. Renee Nikolak. Dr. Brianna May Powell. Dr. Gerald William Wesley. And from the Graduate Periodontics Program, Dr. Hannah Gadalla. Dr. Fatima Ayaz Tawana.
Congratulations, graduates. Let's give them one more round of applause. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of our alumni board, Dr. Theodore Dagenhart. Dr. Dagenhart.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Ted Dagenhart, and I'm the president of the alumni board at University of Detroit School of Dentistry, University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry. I know that the celebration is about to begin, so I'll make this brief. First of all, congratulations to the classes of 2016. Secondly, I would like to urge all of you graduates to become active members of our Alumni Association. The goal of the association is to develop and implement activities that will nourish and enhance our relationship with our alumni. And we have over 5,000 living alumni. Underlying all of our efforts is the belief that the School of Dentistry provides an exceptional education for our students. The school serves as a resource for the community, and we are committed to integrity, diversity, and service. As graduates, you are automatically members of the Alumni Association. You're invited to special events and receptions. You have access to our online career services. You will receive our biannual dental school publication, The Leading Edge. You are entitled to our continuing education at a reduced rate. And I am here to tell you that we have an excellent continuing education department. The Alumni Association is your connection to your classmates, to your faculty, and to your school. And we at the Alumni Association are here to support you through your careers. So please, take advantage of us. 2 years ago, I traveled throughout the country with my sons as they were applying to dental schools and going through interviews. And I had the privilege of hearing all the speeches at the schools that we visited, and I took part in all of the tours. And I am convinced that all of you have graduated from one of the finest schools in the country. unsurpassed facilities and technology. Dean Aksu at our board meetings repeatedly states that the goal of our school is to produce practice-ready dentists and hygienists that the school, the faculty, and the alumni can be proud of. So you have great careers ahead of you, but you also have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to represent your school. So now that you've graduated, we'd like to ask you to take part in the mentorship program. We'd like to see you at the CE programs. We'd like you to join the board. But what is really one of the pearls at U of D Mercy is Alumni Day. I would love to see all of you at Alumni Day. Bring your friends, hear a great speaker, have some great meals, have fun. Come to Alumni Day. You're now part of a well-recognized and distinguished group of dental professionals. Congratulations, be proud of your school, and get involved. Thank you very much, and congratulations.